guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the new Kathleen Lights and Morphe collaboration palette. I'm actually glad that I realized that they were going to be re-releasing this before I sat down to film this video, because I had intended to film this video and didn't realize at the time that the palette had sold out and that it wasn't returning. But they have fortunately decided to bring it back for Christmas, so it is still going to be returning. You do still have a chance to purchase it, so this video will not be going up for nothing. If you want more information on those details, just follow her, Kathleen Lights, or be sure to stay on top of her videos. She'll probably mention on her Instagram or something like that, so just follow her if you're interested in keeping up with that. I don't think there is a date as of yet. As for today, my purpose for this video is just to show you some swatches of the palette. I don't have a makeup tutorial or anything in mind with this, and there are tons of them on YouTube that you can probably find. There is not one thing that I can do with this palette that people have not already done on YouTube. I apologize if the lighting looks a little bit strange to you. I'm actually filming at nighttime today instead of during the day like I normally do, and I only have on my two umbrella lights and like the overhead light. So if it looks crazy to you, that's why. Okay, so here is the palette right here. It is by Morphe, obviously. And it is a lot smaller than the larger palettes that they have. This only has 15 shades in it. From what I've heard her say, she did not pick out all of these shades as far as come up with creating colors. She actually chose a lot of Morphe's colors to place in here, and then she was responsible for creating a few of the shades. Now, as far as which shades she was responsible for creating, I'm not really sure because I haven't watched her most recent video on that. But she does have a video on it on her channel all about this palette, which shades she created, why she created them, which ones she did not create. So if this palette does sell out and you're interested in getting some of these shades, just go watch that video of hers, because more than likely the ones that she chose from Morphe that Morphe had already created are going to be some colors that you can find year round. So she'll probably let you know which ones those are, and you can probably find those for yourself if you want them. I'm going to actually do a few live swatches because some of these are really nice. They actually do swatch live as well as you've been seeing them swatched on Instagram. They are that pigmented. And that's what I love about Morphe shadows. I feel like a lot of their shadows, at least the ones that I'm coming into contact with in the last few months and years, or maybe 1 year, is that they are very creamy, very buttery, smooth, and very pigmented. I actually would like to show you an example because I had bought a Dollar Tree eyeshadow trio in a similar shade to the Morphe 350 palette, and I thought that it would be a similar shade, and when I swatched them side by side, the pigment difference was ridiculous. So I wanted to show you those two swatched side by side so that you could see the difference. So I wanted to show you a couple of live swatches from the not from the matte shadows, because I'm not very impressed with the live swatches of the matte shadows, but I did want to show you some live swatches of the shimmery ones, and it looks like there are about 8 of those in here. And so that's it. That's probably going to be it for this video. I did want to make this as short as possible, so I'm glad that I didn't have as much to say this time. I'm going to go ahead and show you some of these live swatches, and then I'm going to actually show you swatches of the entire palette, and that is going to complete this video. So I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming back and watching. Thank you for subscribing, and I hope to see you next time. And just please subscribe if you haven't already. I have several social medias if you're interested in contacting me on those, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Before we get into the live swatches, I forgot to mention to you that I was wearing a couple of these shades on my eyes today. However, I don't have a full eye makeup on. I just have a couple of the colors in my crease, and for today, I did this yesterday as well, I just used this top color and this bottom color in the crease. I laid this one down first, and then I went in with the second darker one, and I just deepened the crease with those two shades, and that's really all that I've done besides apply mascara. And I did put a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline, and that was it. I have been liking to highlight with this shade on the inner corner, but it's actually very shimmery and very bright, and if you can pack it on or you can put it on lightly, but either way it shows up on your eye really well. And it's the first eyeshadow that I have found that has really accented my eyes, period. Not because of the shade or anything, but because of how pigmented it is. So I'm gonna get into these live swatches with you, and they are so good. Okay, so I am gonna dig my finger around in there, but I want to pick up as much product as I can, and I just want to show you that on the hand it does actually show up as well as you would hope. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of that one, and I'm gonna grab a little bit of that one, and if you can see me, and that purple one. Sorry for the zoom in. I'm gonna try to get you as close as I can. And so this is just me swiping those shadows across my hand. Okay. Okay, I have to move my head out of the way of the camera or it tries to focus on my face rather than my hand. But these are the 3 swatches that I provided. There is still plenty of color on my fingers, so I could probably get just a little bit more color out of them. But this is how well they swatch on just a finger swipe on the back of the hand. They all of the shimmery colors swatch this well in the palette. But I'm not going to swatch the matte ones for you, just the shimmer ones. I think those are bomb. And I love how shimmery this one is on the front because it makes a really, really great inner corner highlight. Now I'm going to try to do the last 4 colors on the last 4 of my fingers and see if I can get those. The pinky swatch might not come in as strongly as the rest, but just keep in mind that it's a pinky swatch. So just like before, I'm going to grab a little bit of each one of these with each finger. This is for those of you who don't know, this one down here is a dark green. It's so pretty. These are the 4 colors. I'm going to try to just swipe them on the back of this hand. Okay, here we go. That's pretty good. Look how pretty. Okay, so these are those shades. They are so beautiful. I really like this bright green one and the dark green, and I just love them all. I really think these, like the shimmery colors that are in this palette, are all of my favorite shimmer colors anyway. And this is how strong those swatches are. Just a quick live swatch. I think all of these colors are so beautiful. Okay, so that is all of the live swatches that I wanted to provide for you. Those are the shimmery colors in the palette, and now we will jump into the entire palette. So now I'm just going to show you all of the swatches of the entire palette.